We need you need to teach us how to share this though. How do we share this to everywhere? Okay, we're I'll be the one to. What's that? Okay. Okay, we're here live, I guess. Oh, here it is. We're looking at ourselves, man. Nothing is more beautiful than the sight of our own faces, right?
Oh, love it. Yes.
and and the sound of our own voices. Anyway, it takes time for listeners and viewers to gather, so we're just gonna do a little chit chat. Anyway, welcome to Tops Media Center. We have our very special guest, our second guest, actually, if you think about it. Um, um, we had Mimo Osmania a few days ago. Now we're here
Oh,
live
wow.
with a yoga teacher. That's right. She is Sefri Grace Rivera. You can call her Teacher Sefri, the founder and the visionary behind Dawata Wellness Studio. Welcome to TMC Tops Media Center,
Thank
Teacher
you.
Sepfri. Sepfri,
Yes.
sorry, Sepfri.
Thank
I
you.
get it all mixed up. Sepfri, and your full name, of course, is Grace Sepfri Grace Rivera. Welcome to the studios of TMC, and Dekang Salamat for making it all the way up here. I know you came from down there.
Yes.
So how's everything? How you feeling?
Feel great. Always feels great to be here, Satas.
Okay.
Thank you
Um,
for receiving me.
Thank you so much. Um, Kuya Magic is our right in front of us is our producer. Of course, I hear the strange sound. Kuya Magic is more pronounced than the previous. Is this all right? It should be all right, right? It's more pronounced than the previous time, especially her voice. It sounds very strange, but anyway, I'm sure it's fine, right? Hi guys. That's you're looking at Kuya Magic's back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, hi everyone. We just want viewers, more viewers actually. So yeah, we made sure that they can see his back. Okay, rumor has it that Kuya Magic's best angle is his back. How's that? There you go. Look at that, a spike of 1 million views just by the view of your back, man. Thank you. Anyway, dagang salamat once again. Thank you so much, teacher, for being here with us. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, teacher. Maybe you can give us uh, a rundown of
Mm.
your yoga journey because we talked about it a little bit
Mhm.
off cam and off mic. You told me about how it took you 8 years to get to this
Yes.
point here and now. Tell us about how you got started with the yoga and tell us about a little bit about the journey from that point until here.
I'll just give you a short one.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Or the long one. It doesn't matter. We have all day.
Okay, I love this one.
Okay.
Okay. So, I actually started my yoga journey here at TAPS.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We live here 9, 10 years ago. And I just need some state of healing in my life. And I searched Google how to find healing.
Okay.
And then yoga pops in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I live here at Tops. I don't know how to drive. There's
Okay.
no transportation going down other than your own, but I don't know how to drive that time yet. So I decided to learn how to drive and then go down to the city to practice yoga. So that was, this first journey of my yoga practice.
So you were looking for some kind of healing, right?
Yes, yes.
If you're ever so kind, and if you don't mind,
Hmm.
um, would it be too much for me to ask if
No, not at
you
all.
can tell me what you were trying to heal from?
Yes, I can definitely share. So I just gave birth, and as a mother, and being new to motherhood, and also juggling like as a partner, and being alone here. Wala tay family here. Ka nagpuyo sa bukid. There's no friends. There's no neighbors. So the stress is real, and I couldn't handle it. Like I don't have the support that I need, and plus breastfeeding my son. So it's a lot. So it was for me. I was like, I need something. I need an outlet.
Hmm.
I need something for myself. So that's when I searched about how to find healing.
Hmm.
I thought that the only thing that can help me is right now I have my phone,
Mm-hmm.
search it, what is it that I need to do?
Okay.
So yeah, then pops in yoga.
You did not maybe perhaps consult a psychologist or psychiatrist.
No, not at that time.
I'm just curious. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Um, hmm. I can't really remember why.
Because I think it's mura man ganing if mo consult ka ng psychiatrist or
Yes,
psychologist, it's being
yes.
frowned upon in it's still in
Yes.
2024
Uh-huh.
in Philippine Cebu society, right? If
Yes,
murag medyo
yes.
naulaw ka, is that
Yes.
what you think what happened?
I think because of not that information, like murag the psychologist or psychiatrist for me in
Mm-hmm.
my first opinion or my first thought would be like, if you're crazy, you go to a
Yeah,
psychologist.
exactly. Yeah,
So it's like or
yeah,
psychiatrist,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's not like informed. I'm
yeah.
not well informed at that
At that
moment.
time, yeah.
So the phone is there.
Okay,
Anything that you ask
okay,
Google.
okay.
So I ask Google. And then yoga comes in.
Okay, continue
Yes.
your story, please. And then you found
So
yoga.
yes, I actually no. I found yoga my 3 years before that. I was in Manila working in a corporate job.
Okay.
My boss asked me, "Hey, join yoga," and then yoga in Manila is so expensive. And my first thought was, oh, yoga is like it's very for flexible people. Like I can't bend. I'm very stiff. It's like no, not for me. And it is very expensive. So gladly here in Cebu, the rate is good, and yeah, it was accessible at that time. There were a lot of yoga studios. There were, I think, three in IT Park at that time when I was looking for the yoga, and it's very close lang, like tops then downhill, so easy access. And then from
Which studio did you find?
uh, I went to Love Yoga. Yeah, that
Oh,
was my
Mary Love.
first.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
okay,
I know
okay,
Teacher Mary.
okay.
And then my first teacher was a very good friend of mine after practicing yoga. Her name is Teacher Wei. She's shout out to Wei. She's one of the best female free divers here in Cebu, now world in the Philippines nationwide.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So when I clearly remember when we had that class, my first class, I cried in the last part of the yoga.
Why did you cry?
There was that sense of a different feeling. That it's like a feeling of release. And every time I do the practice, there's always that release, and
Mm-hmm.
that type of release is something that you've been bottling up inside.
Okay.
Kanang murag imurang gikumkum ba sa Bisaya pa imurang gitigom.
Gikumkum.
Gikimkim nimong mga feelings nga wala pa nimo nagpagawasan ba. So that was a really nice feeling. And then from then teacher Wei was very approachable, very kind, and then she just have that beautiful spirit nga inviting. And the practice also was more than just it was more than just the physical practice or what we thought of like just the posture nga magsingot ka, but naagi siya feeling an indot after the class.
So the first class that you ever attended,
Mm.
was this your first ever yoga or naka yoga naka before?
That was my
Your
first
first. So
ever.
tell me about that experience. Because you know how it is, right? Firsts are always very dramatic,
Yes.
or traumatic. Yeah.
Traumatic, yeah.
So tell me about your
Huh.
first ever experience of yoga.
Of yoga. I joined a non-beginners class because I
Wow,
thought
ambisyosa.
ambisyosa. Because I thought kanang oh yoga is all just one, like it's just the same.
Okay.
You know, different meanings, but just the same. I just go to this, and it's the best timing for me.
Okay.
And then I remember most of my classmates are they're non-beginners as well. They're very advanced, and
Okay.
then
But,
it was challenging because I there are moments nga mura kog ma outbalance, and then like it was very hard on myself because like hala kanang giunsa ni nila, and then I'm still here beginners at the very back niya kapoy ba niya sigang singot. So it was really challenging because your mind is thinking like di man nimo akong pose, daghan na kay kog thoughts inside. So yeah, that was my first. It's a bit of a dramatic and a traumatic one
why traumatic?
because there were poses nga like for me before the headstand was very traumatic. It's like how could you do a headstand, your head down on the floor and your feet up, and you have to balance it.
Uh-huh.
So it was like me looking at it for the first time. Marco, ngano, unsa man ni akong gisudlan? It's like, this is not the yoga that I'm expecting.
Okay.
So like, is
Because
this healing?
because you wanted to heal, right?
Yes, yes. For me, looking at it, was like, this is not healing for me. This is what is this?
So unsa man kaning nagdaduhan inon ka after
Yeah, and
after the first
during no, during nagduha-duha ko, I have the thought nga sa mani, because I thought the yoga is zen,
Mm.
yoga is like okay, peace. But for me, thinking and looking, more na siya dili peace for me. But the best thing of it is the shavasana part. It's the end part of the class where we settle down, we lay down, more maghigda, and then just teacher way has a very good soothing sound, na siya nice music, and the experience massaging at the back. It was like I was in heaven. I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this is so beautiful. And then you stay there for a couple of minutes, just sit down with your thoughts after all the invigorous practice that you did, after all that murag imong mental murag here and there because of the challenging poses. It makes you really have that good feeling, which I always do every after yoga. Nga, good energy siya. Like, wow, like I just did it. Like, it's so rewarding. Wow, I just did that class. And then Teacher Wei did some nice words after and made me inspired to do it again. So it inspired me to,
So was it like this is what I was looking
yes,
for feeling the first
yes,
time you did yoga,
yes.
or was it like a gradual process? It was like love at first sight.
It was love at first sight, and at the same time it was more of the commitment to myself,
Okay.
because I'm like I need to do something for myself in
Okay.
order for me to give back to my kid,
Mm-hmm.
to my family, to my
Mm-hmm.
to the people that support me.
Mm-hmm.
So murag, okay, I need to do this again. I like this feeling. So I always remember every time I drive back, I
Okay.
always have this beautiful smile. And kanang happy ba, kanang light kaya akong feeling nga mura kog na murag nahawas ang ako ang stress for a few hours, and then I come home and then do the routine. You still, it's normal. You get another challenge, another stress,
Mm-hmm.
but knowing I can deal with this. I'm gonna do another yoga. I'm gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the history of it was that Teacher Wei invited me for a retreat. So we got to be close, and then gi-invite ko niya retreat in Palawan. That was my first time going outside ng ako ra usa.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of my retreat mates are not from Cebu. They're from Cebu, and most of them are outside Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Bahay Kalipay in Palawan. And the retreat was very kanang bitang makamit kag other people, not your circle of friends, and you get to know their story at the same time you're also working on for yourself. It was mo na to siyang ako ang murag the biggest gradual. Okay, from that retreat, I get to know people from Yoga Hub. Uh, teacher, it's another teacher and some students. Teacher Bernadette, Mr. Dan
I know
Climacol.
Bernadette. Yeah, I know
Yes.
Dan. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And then Christine Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
So we're that four Cebuanos who came into that retreat. And then they invited me to Yoga Hub. And then from there, I've been constant with my practice. Kay nakamit na kong mga other people. Like I get to be friends with a lot of not just teachers, but also students. And then